Hello everyone, welcome to my next grading video featuring probably my favorite US coin design, the Seated Liberty. There's a number of different denominations and you look at all the same places, but different things mean different grades on different denominations, slightly. So the first thing to look at is the teeth around the outer rim. If those are worn down, you're probably looking at like a very good at best, but in this case they're all good. The next few things are on the shield. So the letters in Liberty, are they all visible? Are they all sharp? The scroll, are the edges of it well defined? And then the clasp on the shoulder. And if you have all those things, which we appear to on this one, then you have an XF coin, which is what it's been graded. In order to be better than an XF, you would need to have only very slight wear on the cheek and the neck, the chest, the legs, the knees, the claws for the eagle, and the head of the eagle. And in really high-grade coins, the claws kind of, everything else is going to look good anyway, so the claws are one of the more distinctive high detail points. So this is our example coin. Have a couple more quarters to show. This one, someone had originally graded very fine, changed their mind. The teeth around the rim all look good, no complaints there. The letters in Liberty, the Y is a little light, so that's gonna ding it a bit. Speaking of dings, there's some little chips here. And the thing that's really gonna hurt it is this scratch running right above quarter, or quar. And that was visible in the eBay picture. There's also another little scratch running through the letters themselves. So I knew what I was getting. I would probably grade this coin because the rim looks good, all but one letter in Liberty looks good, the entirety of Liberty is complete. I would say, if not for the scratches, then definitely a fine. With the scratches, probably a very good. But the scratches were there in the video, in the picture. They didn't look quite as bad as they do in person, but I knew what I was getting, so I'm not unhappy with that, unlike this one. So this scratch running right across the middle of the coin was completely invisible in the eBay pictures, and I don't know if they took the picture before the scratch was there, or if they just had the lighting so that it was so it couldn't be seen. But I've gone back and looked at the listed photo, and it is impossible to see this scratch on it, even though some of the other spots, individual nicks and things, are the same, so it is the same coin. But as soon as I took the coin out and it hit the light, I was like, that is not what I bought. So this is being returned. If it weren't being returned, you can see there is some wear around the outer edge, the teeth. And you have 3 weak letters, the L, the I, and the Y. So with the wear on the teeth and the L and the I weak, I would put this at probably a very good without the scratch. With the scratch, it's going back. Speaking of going back, this is the only dime I'm going to show for this video. The rest of them are getting their own video. Again, this is another one where as soon as I took it out of the package, I was like, something is wrong here. So the picture just showed a sort of a regular silver-colored coin. When it got to me, you can see there's very dark toning around the outer rim. That gets lighter and lighter, and then when you hit sort of the main Liberty body, it gets super shiny. So this has been polished. If this was actual mint luster, it would extend all the way out around the coin. it wouldn't be dark on the outer and super shiny in the middle. There's also a worn spot down here on the rim, and the cheek is somewhat worn. So because of that, I know it's not... For the rim to be worn, and for it to have this much luster in the center, and very little around the outer, and to have this dark ring, and to just be toned so unevenly, this is definitely a polished coin. So that's going back. An update on this one. This is from last video, the Standing Liberty Type 1 that we graded an XF40. I took it to a coin shop. They said my grading was right where it should be, but the coin had been cleaned. And they showed some cartwheeling stuff, which I am terrible at seeing. I can't even see it in videos when I go look up a video to see how it's supposed to look. Like, I don't know what it is with me. I'm supposed to be seeing cartwheeling, but I never do. So that had been cleaned, which I'm okay with it. It's still a very nice looking coin. And maybe with enough time it will sort of tone itself, and the cleaning won't be such a big issue. And it is a very light cleaning. It didn't leave any damaged spots. It just sort of took the luster off. Then the final one to show, and I hope this looks good, because it looks very good in person, is a Liberty half. The teeth around the edge all look good. All the letters in Liberty are distinct and sharp, and again, sorry, the coloring of the coin makes it a little difficult to see here, but I promise they are all distinct and sharp. The scroll edges are sharp. The clasp on the shoulder is very visible. And there is only very light wear sort of on the cheek. The eagle claws do have some detail. So I would, if I didn't have a little bit of concern, I would say this is definitely an XF40. The reason I do have a little concern is because I don't see any cartwheeling, but then again, I never see cartwheeling anyway. So I'm going to wobble a little bit for you. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Let me know if you see any signs of cleaning on this coin. If the color is a little odd, but I think I've seen coins toned this same color. So let me know what you think of this one. This is my favorite one that I've bought so far, assuming it's not cleaned, and then I'm going to be angry because it was not cheap. So let me know in the comments. I hope you guys have learned some things, and there's plenty more coins to show, plenty more videos on the way. There'll be a whole video series on seated dimes, and enjoy your weekend, everybody.